What's happening, YouTube? It's Dylan here. Look, man, just want to talk about the art of being alone and why it's so important for you to master that ability. Okay, so as men, it's a lot easier for us to be solo dolo versus women. We all know women are being known for constantly being they need friends around them all the time. They need attention from dudes or just attention, period. We all kind of know women for being that way. And I think it's just kind of ingrained naturally in us to be like that. But I know in the past, I've always loved being alone. But when I was back busting nuts, in the past couple years, I deep down felt like a loser if I didn't have no woman companion. If I didn't have a woman that I could call up and have sex with, I felt like a loser. If I was going on a dry spell, I'm a loser. That was my mentality before, right? Which is kind of ironic because now that I've been retaining my semen for a while, on and off, and I've been attracting more women. I have women that I can call up now, but I honestly don't even really want them like I used to want them, if that makes sense. Like I got this chick I've been dating pretty consistently for the past 4 months. I see her like once a week and she's great. She's starting to grow on me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to like her a lot, but at the same time, I'm trying to like just focus on my shit. And I had like fantasies of like just leaving her. Just like, you're great. Like, shawty, you great, but I gotta focus on my shit. I feel like even once a week is a little bit much sometimes because, it's taken away from me getting ahead in life. And I gotta say, man, semen retention has made being alone so much fucking easier. If you guys are out here struggling with being alone, because I know what it's like, man. Especially if you're busting nuts, you get that sense of just, you feel lost. I know I used to. And just going on a dry spell just was like a death sentence. It's like, dude, I'm a loser, son. I got no bitches. That was my old mentality. And now I can give a fuck less. Yeah, it's nice to have women. It's nice. But I don't need them. And just for me wanting to see what I can get, what I can manifest if I just go a long time without women, period, sounds amazing because that's like guaranteed that I won't bust. Messing around with women, there's a chance that I could bust. Now, I'm not going to because obviously I ain't going raw again. If y'all seen my previous video on my last one, I went raw and it fucked me up. But just the art of being alone is so important for men to master, you know? It's funny, man, because like society kind of leans towards that way, man, as far as looking at, because society don't care about dudes. Like a lone guy, nobody gives a fuck about a lone dude. But you see a lone woman, people pay attention to a woman that's just walking down the street. Like, oh, where's she going? Well, men, of course, are thirsty for her. And other women probably want to be friends with her. Whereas you see a lonely dude walking down the street, nobody gives a fuck about him. Nobody's thinking, oh, I wonder where he's going. I wonder what's he about. Nobody gives a fuck, men or women. Nobody cares. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it is what it is. But super important, man, to just know how to be alone. And it's just better that way because you never know. Shit goes south. People turn their backs on you. Shit, you go bankrupt or something. You lose all your money. You should be able to have your back. And it's not just for men. Women should be able to know how to be alone as well. I try to help like women that I know in my life. I try to help them, understand that you're all you need. And in fact, you should know how to be alone because you're all you have. At the end of the day, you go to bed, even if you're sleeping with somebody, you're in your body. Like when you die, you're going to be the only one in that casket. You know, you're born into this world alone, you die alone. So being alone should just be a natural thing. You know, if all hell breaks loose and you end up in the wilderness somewhere, you should be able to survive for as long as you need to. You know, what's that movie with Tom Hanks where he gets stranded on the island, Castaway? You know, that's a great movie if you want to learn how to be alone. My man, you know, he fucking the plane crashed into the ocean, and you know, he had to survive on an island all by himself for years. And something about that movie struck a chord with me because, like I said, I've always liked being alone, but like that's the extreme of it, where you're just forced to be isolated, just solo all the way. And as you see in the movie, at first he kind of was struggling with it. He was kind of going a little crazy. And he ended up kind of going pretty damn crazy towards the end because, you know, he's talking to the volleyball and shit. And he had to figure out a lot of shit to, you know, he had to take out some teeth and shit. He had to figure out a lot of things about himself, which is really fascinating. And that's another thing about being alone is you're going to learn a lot about yourself. My favorite thing about being alone is that I'm completely honest with myself. Right? You can't lie to yourself. And if you're gonna lie to yourself, that's the worst person to lie to is yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're all you have, and you're gonna sit here and lie to yourself. And the thing is with lying to yourself, you know you're lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can tell you're lying to yourself. So if you're lying to yourself, that's some delusional shit. Like, what's wrong with you? You can't lie to yourself. You're all you got. You're the last resort, and you're just gonna lie to the last person that you can depend on. That's some goofy shit. So that's my favorite thing about being alone is that the truth, I come to the truth of shit. I weed out all the bullshit from outside influences because let's face it, you get in a group setting, it's easy for motherfuckers to start talking and put their opinions out, and you get influenced by a bunch of bullshit. Whereas when you're by yourself, it's easier to get straight to the truth, straight to the point of the matter, of whatever you're trying to figure out. You want to set goals and life plans, do it by yourself. And, you know, sit down and write some shit out. The truth is going to start spilling out on whatever paper you're writing on. And that's my favorite thing about being alone is the honesty of it and learning about myself. There's always more shit to learn. So I hope this helps, and I hope this encourages you guys to embrace being alone. There's nothing wrong with it. And especially if you're retaining your seed, it's way easier to be alone, man. And it's the best shit ever because you're all you got. At the end of the day, that's all you have is yourself. And make sure you ain't lying to yourself. That's some goofy shit, all right? But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Leave a quick like. Comment down below what you thought, what you want me to talk about next. And hit me up on social media at Dylan Chillin for questions. I always love a good question, man. Got some guys finally sending questions in, and I can't wait to start delivering them to you. And if you haven't already, man, hit that subscribe button, man. Got more content on the way. I'm going to holler at y'all next time, man. Peace.